Welcome to Spiritual Rebirth Sanctuary. I'm Dr. Madelyn. Here we're creating a safe space for your healing. And this week, we are taking a look at the chakra energy cards. So the different energy systems will be pointed to its energy system for the day. So this is Thursday, and let's take a look. Spiritual awakening. So the spiritual awakening is a challenging time in our lives. And you can see it often is brought about through a connection with your higher self, your crown chakra, bringing that into your life. And there are many ups and downs, maybe challenges and difficulties. The things that you struggled with in the past are still there. So, for example, I always struggled with depression, and it's still there. It's still something that I struggle with in the spiritual awakening. The desire for a companion is still there in the same way as before. The desire for connection. The person that you are is the same in many ways. However, the way that you kind of see it, the way that you see your traumas, the way that you see the difficulties of the past and the future are different. And you can see things in a different way. So the more you are opened up in your life spiritually, the more spiritual awakening that you have, the more you see things with a different vision and a lot clearer. So here today on Thursday, you're being drawn to the next level of spiritual awakening. Pulled up the ladder into a new you, into a higher frequency. Let's take a look at the book and see what this particular card is trying to tell us. And this is the crown chakra, and the affirmation is, I embody my ancient wisdom, and I am open to the divine spirit within. So you have pulled this card in your reality today as it's a powerful time of spiritual awakening. The whole planet and everything on it is waking up from a deep sleep. The ancients called it the time of the awakening. Our hearts are opening and expanding to experience a deeper sense of love and wisdom. This time is an important rite of passage for you, and you are waking to a deeper sense of your spiritual being. Your awareness is expanding, and your connection to the wisdom of the universe is stronger than ever. I embody an ancient wisdom. When I think of ancient wisdom, the first thing I think of are the Lemurian mothers that Cryan talks a lot about. A lot of the old souls here on the earth spent a time during the Lemurian mothers and their wisdom, and connecting with their wisdom. So at this lifetime, you might be a man or a woman, but you still may have the energy and the understanding and the wisdom of the Lemurian mother. You can connect to that. So at times when you're struggling and not knowing where to go or what to do next, connect with the wisdom that you have inside yourself of the Lorraine mothers. So let's take a look at the Goddess Tarot and see what kind of wisdom and direction we have for today. So Chang-O, contemplation, is the first one that comes out here. And I'm really drawn to the rabbit. It's like she has a lot of care for the earthly creatures. And so when we're learning compassion in our hearts, because a lot of us that were damaged when we were younger, it's hard to have and show a lot of compassion later because we weren't shown compassion. So we can learn from the animals. The animals can help us as we treat them with compassion and they treat us with compassion. We can gain a lot more from that experience. I'm also really being drawn to the stars in the sky. And this particular drawing, all the stars are kind of like the same distance apart. Can you see that? Which is not very realistic. And I'm wondering, I think that has to do with consistency. I know that I am trying to bring consistency into my life. And I don't know that I'm doing that good of a job of it, but I've had quite a few people lately tell me that I'm very consistent. And so I guess maybe I'm being congratulated on my efforts. I don't know. So to me, this message from the goddess is being gentle to yourself, gentle to your inner being, gentle to your inner child, and to bring more consistency into your life. And especially in the areas of spirituality. So you might be somebody who likes to read their Bible, and you read your Bible every morning and pray. Or you may be someone who meditates and connects with the universe every morning. And maybe every night before you go to bed, you write down 10 things that you're grateful for in your gratitude journal. And you spend time in meditation in gratitude. So if I remember, I'll put in a little card for my gratitude meditation. I was listening to it yesterday, and it really brought in that feeling of gratitude as well as the words that are being said. So gratitude is such an important part. Let's pull a card in relation to being gentle to yourself. To me, this means that when you are gentle to yourself, make sure that you're also bringing people into your life that are gentle. You can educate someone and you can help them understand things about themselves that could improve in a way that you are being very gentle and kind at the same time. And so this is kind of like the marriage card. Today I'm thinking a lot of marriage because, they're standing together under this arbor of flowers like they're getting married. So for me, when I was married to someone who both of us were very afraid of speaking our mind and telling our truth. And so we had a hard time telling each other, this is how I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling. And we tended to pull back. Now, that does not make a more successful union relationship. However, berating someone or being super negative about something isn't necessary either. So we can leave all of those old patterns that we were taught in childhood behind. And the other thing about this card, the Four of Staves, the Four of Wands. The Four is something I was really drawn to yesterday. Everything I saw, four, everything was fours. And has a lot to do with stability. 4 plus 4 is 8, which has to do with manifesting abundance. And so bringing that stability and abundance into our lives. So the more gentle we are with ourselves, the more we heal ourselves. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're getting more trauma. Find that situation where you're able to speak your truth, they're able to speak their truth, and you're able to breathe together through the frustrations. But at the same time, you're really having that gentle kindness in your life. So another part, the consistency. Let's pull a card related to consistency. Another staves. Excuse me. Princess. Excuse me. The Page of Staves. The Princess, the Page of Wands. So I would see this as infancy. You are at the infancy level of learning some of these new skills and developing them in your life. Developing discipline, developing consistency, developing these things in your life. And you're still at the infancy of that. Okay, and then the third thing that we were talking about, I don't really remember, so let's see what other messages we have today. Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is all about what kind of choice are you going to make? Are you going to choose to be happy about something or sad about something? Are you going to choose joy or suffering? Because you can make yourself suffer in your heart. So the thing I instantly thought of was fear, and the opposite of fear is compassion. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, okay. So I just saw 13:33 on the clock. Compassion, being compassionate with yourself, being gentle with yourself, helps you to release your fears. Don't be too hard on yourself, and you'll be able to release those fears. So we're being asked. We've had a big battle. Did you win or did you lose, or is it really a matter of winning or losing? Because if you win the battle but you lose yourself, haven't you lost? Okay, so let's take a look. One more card wants to come out. This Temptation. You can see the goddess in the water. She's a mermaid who's very much a temptation to people and to sailors, to people out working in the waters. So she's really bringing in this temptation I feel like she has a lot of fear, and she's covering up that fear with the ways that she's acting. So as you're being gentle to yourself, accept the things that are being offered to you as help. Accept those things into your heart and life. So I would like to end with Whispers of Love Oracle. And let's see what the message is for today. Reiki energy in the deck. Relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. It does. 32, which boils down to 5, which is change. So one of my favorite mantras that I look in the mirror and say every day, I'm willing to release the patterns in me that are, creating this environment or condition, circumstance that I'm in. So I am willing to release the patterns in me that are creating this situation, circumstance, pattern. So are you willing to release the relationship patterns? To really change and grow. And the cool thing is that to change and grow in these patterns, to form new patterns and new connections, it's really all about being gentle with yourself. So in the spiritual awakening, as you move up the ladder today in your awakening process, as you move forward today in your awakening process, be gentle with yourself. You don't have to make all the changes at once. You don't have to release all the patterns at once. Just one little step at a time will get you there. Thank you for coming to Spiritual Rebirth Sanctuary. We are creating a safe space for you for healing. This is a safe and gentle space. Be gentle with yourself. Please, if you enjoyed this message, subscribe and hit the like button. And if you'd like a personal tarot reading, check out my website.